There we go. There you go. See what I can. Over to just a second. Sure, why not? Whatever. Up to you. Okay. There we go. There. Yes. Hmm? I have no idea. Whatever you want to do. I can't hear you. Okay. A little bit better. Yeah, a little bit better. Alrighty, I'm sorry, what were you saying? Oh, I didn't change much at all, to be fair. Yeah, but they're not in the... They're not exactly active. There's a difference. My glyphs are not active at the moment. They're kind of just sitting there waiting to be active. Like, I don't think a single one of them... No, it's not that. It's... I don't have them to 45, so they don't have the max range. Correct. But then I'd have to go out of my way to get the other ones. So at this point I'm just waiting. Okay. Yeah. That's solo. I mean, I have no doubt that you go kill the butcher by yourself. With me, I don't know if you can. But you could definitely do it by yourself, that's for sure. But I don't mind either way. Well, let's do the pit first because it's on the whisper thing. Then we'll go from there. And then you can try butcher if you want. Damn it. 43 kills. far one of the dumbest mechanics they've ever come up with. Very much. Oof. Hell? That's mostly all I wanted to do was get the whisper thingy done. Alrighty.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer? What's left, you ask?
Alright. Thanks. Okay. Almost a cheap shot. Alright. What do we have to do? I'm sorry. Torment 3. Okay. There you go. Over to the butcher. See if there's anything particular. Oh yeah, I haven't fought him at all. I don't know if you have, but I definitely haven't. You did a version of this? Bad Romance. I thought Lady Gaga did that song. Oh, Jesus. Nope. Yeah, it's pretty hard. This dot damage is just nasty. Doing that crap. We did. Like I said, I think you could do it solo, personally. That's you. I don't mind. It just might be easier for us to do it solo when we get there. And I think you're currently there now. Fair enough. Sadly, we're working against each other because of the stupid kill mechanic. What is this? Hmm. Alrighty.
My hammer sings on your return.
We can do. We got compasses. We got nightmare dungeons. Is there anything in particular that you need? Tide's up, but that doesn't do me much good. Sadly. Try that. Oh. Wait, this is on Torment 3. Oh well. You'll be fine. Alright. Soul Spires, Hellborn. Now we'll go Soul Spires. Why not? Yep. Right from the beginning.
Rogue, far have you wandered?
Great. Be better for the Soul Spires. Yeah. Definitely easier. And then we just need to spawn a little bit faster. Yeah, it's true. Nice. What do we got? Hellborn, Soul Spires, and we'll go Soul Spires. It's 2.5 per Soul Spire. That's already 7 right there.
You fight to live.
7 extra on top of what it normally drops. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh. This is so much easier. Oh, I think we just barely got it. Nice. What else we got? Chaos. Divine, Hellborn. Ether events spawn faster. We don't. And I'm not banking on it. Wait. That is also super helpful. nice. Right? Crap. Ah, damn it. Died. There's too many explodey things around me. Alright, what do we got? Either events spawn faster, masses have a chance to spawn a soul spire. I'll just do faster again. Oh well.
You still believe in victory?
Oh god. Yeah. It's even better than the damn soul spires that suck things in. What do we got? Chance to spawn Hellborn on death. Hellborn can now ambush you. We'll do Hellborn can now ambush you. Oh my god. This. We just barely got that one. Lord. Ugh. What do we got? Soul Spire and Death. Aether Fiends. That would do masses, Soul Spire. Go all in on the Soul Spires. Of course, now it's all Aether Veins now that I've picked that one. No masses, no freaking Soul Spires. I kept saying Aether Veins. Yeah. Ah, crap. Died. Stupid things. Damn it. The damn swords above the head. Yeah, sadly I just don't have the toughness. But not Aether at least. Aether Fiends spawn as Aether Lords, and spawn faster. Aether Fiends +2. Yeah, sure, why not?
Open its flesh.
Come on. Yeah. I call it is not my best. Torment 3 is a little rough for me. Yes, unfortunately. Yeah. Hit or miss what you're gonna get. Yeah, I don't have the evade or the toughness or anything else to keep dodging things. No. Getting either veins at this point. Not for me. I mean, like I said, you're fine. Jeez. Oh man. Really? I'm not doing that. Just do the council members at this point. I don't want to fight Bartok, to be honest. Okay. It's 400. Is it always 400? Yeah, that's fine. I need gear. Well, I need gear for the bloodied stuff anyway. Ugh. Horrible weapon. Still looking for bloodied armor to put together a legendary bloodied set. Probably just go gamble at the vendor, to be honest. Yeah. You ready? Okay. See.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Okay.
Better than starting from nothing.
That wasn't horrible. Well, it's not where I'm at. Sure. Sure. Alright. Let me see my Paragon. Nice. I'm not up there yet. So many horrible things in here. Alright. I don't even know what to do, to be honest. Stuck with like 3 different things and it's just... Lilith. Echo of Lilith and Torment 1 or higher. Infernal Hordes, PvP. $500 monsters to reach a kill streak, which, yeah, I'm not doing that. Infernal Horde. Oh, you have to, okay. You have to actually do Chaos Waves and kill Aether Lords in the Infernal Horde. Oh, that's good to know. Ten butchers in a single bloodied nightmare dungeon in Torment 2 or higher. That's the one that you saw. So you just have to kill him 10 times in a nightmare dungeon. Pretty much. Yeah, we can do that. Why not? Let's do that. There you go. Count him down. Slowly. Okay. You already killed him? You don't. Wherever it doesn't count, I'm gonna count it as 1. 2. There it goes. Okay, yeah. That's oh god. 3. Man. Okay. Where are you? 4. 5.
Fresh meat.
It didn't drop anything. But, I mean, it makes sense. They wouldn't want you just AFKing. 6. Seven. Right? Eight. No, we definitely didn't. Nine. Yeah. Oh, you got it. 10. There it goes. Yeah, it's done. There you go. I need to find the other piece. The funny part is you outrun him and then you damage him as you're running. He runs for you every time, I don't know why. Maybe you were in first? Or just because you have a higher paragon level? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. God. A million different things exploding. Yeah. Of course she would. Damn enemies. Oh. Nice. Next time I ever do my gear, I'm definitely... Hello there. Definitely aiming for more resists and HP and armor. See what you got over here. Bunch of stuff. Oh, you missed a project chest over here. Oh, did I? Fair enough. Alright. Kinda need those gem fragments, so I will take them. Oh, here's one. They're easy to miss. Right. Notice that he stopped. Or, oh, we cleared it, I guess. There's no... Okay, yeah, there was no, boss room, so to speak. Oh, God. Yeah. Interesting graphical glitch. Either that or it was because it was on water. There. So that's done. Gamble for legendary or higher blooded items. Kale rills at the butcher shop. Oh. That's easy enough to do. I just have to... It's funny that you gamble for it and it gives you back fresh meat as a reward. You just spent this. Here's a reward of more fresh meat to spend even more. That is what it is. Okay. Let's see. What else do I have to do? Field of Hatred. Field of Hatred. Field of Hatred. And... Burn Horde stuff. Yeah, and even more Field of Hatred. So that was ancestral unique bloodied items. Interesting. I feel like we're gonna get the majority of those from the bosses. 50 elite monsters while in bloodied nightmare dungeon without dying in Torment 3 or higher. 50 elite without dying. Oh, do you really? How can you tell? Oh, you just went over there? Ugh. I'll head over. I doubt I have 6, but I might have like 2 compared to your 6. Remember, you gain reputation far faster than I do. Even if we're killing the same things. I also have 6, it's weird. I think you should have far more than I do. Holy crap. Right. Damn. Been a really good bow too. Oh well, I'll keep it anyway. Technically, I guess we get a 5 GA item because of the things, I hope. Would only ever give you a 4. That would be a problem. Apparently this is how you get your ancestral gear. Damn it. Ugh. Back down here. Gotta destroy a bunch of... Destroy a bunch of these stupid sigils. No, not the jeweler. Where... I need the occultist.
Well,
Talk to me, Jeeves. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, God. What do we got? Gem reserve, equipment delve. No. Magic stronghold wouldn't be bad. Do I really want the explosive affix though? Reserve now. No. 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 No, and keeps it. Okay. Ugh. Yeah. You're better off. Alright. Okay, let's see.
Don't be a stranger. Come back soon.
So if we do... They're horrible too. Damn it. Alright, we need... Dex damage, vulnerable damage. It'd be horrible, but the GA is only on like one item. Not the good one. Close enemies. Actually, they're always close because of this stupid sucking them in. Some life critical strike damage. Chance to make enemies vulnerable. I'll keep that. Core skills that I don't use. I never use this anyway. Where is... I didn't get any pants. Seriously? Not a single pair of freaking pants. This makes me sad. Oh, that's actually a decent ring. Keep that. Amulet. It's crappy. Oh, whoops. That one's not bad. It's got critical strike, dex, movement speed. Do need though is son of a... It's got an 86% on adaptability on Moonrise. You piece of crap. Well, looks like I'm destroying this one. Angers me. Oh well. Do what you gotta do. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do... Sure. As a backup plan. Okay, I need a headpiece and a pair of legs. Maybe I can gamble those real quick. I will attempt to gamble those real quick. All right. Headpiece. Oof.
Hope this.
Ah. That's funny. I gambled a bloodied Call of the Nameless. Unique. Okay, now I need... what did I say I needed? Legs? Right? Gotta hope so.
I'd give my...
Come on, give me an ancestral pair, you... Ah, you piece of crap. Damn it. So why isn't there a damn thing next to him? He needs a bank, a stash thing next to him. Zip.
The forge is ready for whatever you need.
Okay. I have no idea what it's gonna be. But I can tell you this, I need that helmet. Oh. Need that helmet. I need a pair of legs. And you will do, just in case this doesn't work. And then I need a bow and... That should be fine. Okay, so gloves, bow, one hand, And legs. Let me write that down. Gloves, bow, hander, legs, of straw. Okay. There we go. Oh, damn it. I hate this town. That vendor needs to be closer to everything. It's easier to teleport to Saragar, destroy my stuff, and then teleport back. Like, faster at this point.
Use it well.
Okay. Okay. What was it again? Legs. I need legs first. Come on, ancestral legs. Oh, finally. Yeah. Save the legs. Go.
I'll keep
Try
my
all of
full
that.
charge. Return soon.
Alright, I'm sorry, what do you need? Oh, let's do a hit then. Make it easier on you. Otherwise I'll keep you here all night. How'd you go different direction? Fair enough. At 327. It's weird, it like restarted. Still at 327, but now I'm just keeping it status quo. And all of 11 kills. Alrighty. Okay. There we go.
I'll keep my forge
But did
hot.
I get a
Return soon.
did get an extra bloodied item. Yay. Now I just need a pair of gloves that are bloodied and a two-handed bow of some sort. Okay. So many bots coming into my channel. It must be popular. I still like to think so. He said there's a lot of bots coming into my channel. I must be popular. Give me for my loss. It's amazing. These people are watching me. Even if it's only bots. It's perfectly fine. I'll try not to. Nah, it's fine.
I've got
Alright.
some bloody
I
good
needed-
offers for you.
What was it? Gloves and bow. I got the one-hander, I got the legs.
Oh, I'd give my left
Got the
kidney for one
gloves.
of those.
And a bow. Got the bow. Okay. We'll finish this up. Try to do anything else and then we'll mess with my gear some while we're here. After that, I'm not sure what the hell we're gonna do. But I do need to redo my gear. I need to figure out a little bit more on my resists, toughness. This being 17,000 is horrible. Alright. Oh,
Come
oops.
back if you need the forge.
Let's do that. Did I stop her? Oh, that was it. Come. It's fine. I'm feeling that would be copyright striked as well. Fine. I have
Forge is always hot.
got it. Okay. Alright. We'll do that. We'll do actually want to see what happens if I do this first. Hold on. Click the stupid items. Okay. So we're going to swap out everything. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Wait, did I just... These are all bloodied, right? Let me just make sure. Every single thing I have is bloodied. To this point. Oh, wait. Did I have a second ring that was... Crap. I did not have a second ring that was bloodied. Damn it. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That, we'll equip that, and we'll equip... Wait, that one's already bloodied, right? That one's already bloodied. Let me guess that doesn't work. Salvage. Full set of ancestral legendary. Yeah, okay. I need to go gamble for a ring. These are all saved? Yeah. Alright. Wait. Just in case, let me double check something. There it is. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We got it. Should have completed that. I have a full set of ancestral legendary bloodied items. I have every single one of these is ancestral bloodied. Ancestral. Making sure. Ancestral. What is going on here? Yeah, there shouldn't be every single... Not every single one of these is bloodied. God, that annoys me so much. Oh, wait. There it goes, okay. Now I got it. Thank you. And it completed this one. Okay, perfect. It's like, what am I doing wrong? Okay. Those down here, we're going to re-equip what we had on before. I think it was this, but we were keeping that ring. And it was this one. Yeah. And that. No. Yes. No. Wait. What? No. No. What am I doing? God, that moment when you mix up like all your gear. Okay. Wait. We're chilled or frozen. Basic skills are always chilled or frozen. I thought I had that. No, I do have that. Okay, never mind. Hold on. I screwed up. Okay, that's... God, I should have used the armory. I'm an idiot for not using the armory, obviously. Okay. Alright, let's use the armory real quick. Wait, where's the armory? Wait. There it is. It's where their symbol for the armory is just annoying. Okay. So unintuitive for this piece of crap. Heart Seeker 1. Sure. You can't even type out long names, it also annoys me. So let's put... Oh, we can get rid of all that. Okay, let's see what we got first. Helmet we're not going to use. Chest piece. No, we wouldn't use that anyway. Nope. Legs? No, they're not salvageable. Okay, boots. We do have the penitent. But these are also really good. We may just end up using these instead. Penitent isn't that big of a deal in my opinion. This is a really crappy amulet. It's a really good ring. Doesn't have attack speed, but I'm not worried about the attack speed. I understand it's for whatchamacallit purposes, but in terms of what I need, attack speed is not it right now. It's also a really good ring. Again, critical strike chance, I guess, isn't too big of a deal. My critical strike chance at the moment is like horrible. Yeah, 17%. It's bad. That bow's decent, but it's not. Yeah. And if I had to choose between the legendary dagger or the legendary dagger, I would go with the legendary dagger. Clearly. I'd go with this over this. Okay. So if we put... Hold on. Gotta put these in here. We're going to... We gotta go through all this gear and just figure out what the hell we want to keep. That's a crappy bow. Or, no, it's not. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Got damage, which, I mean, ultimately you wouldn't really want. You would want chance resource, primary resource on hit and vulnerable damage. Yeah, typically speaking. You need something to get your resource back. That makes sense. Having it on damage isn't horrible, so we'll keep that. We'll keep that. Get rid of you. We have a pair of penitent greaves. We have. I need to. Hold on. Let's do some comparison side by side. Now that we have all these awesome, amazing. It's a dagger, right? Sure, we'll add it to the mix. And that's a crossbow. Crossbow, okay. I'll be AFK 1 minute. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. We were right in the middle of... Oh, hold on, let me get this off the screen, because I know it's right there. We're in the middle of redoing all of our gear. Hold on. Join you for the horribleness that is doing all the gear. Where is I know? Okay. Alrighty. Let's see, what are we doing? We're looking over our weapons first. So first of all, we got daggers. I'd prefer not to use a dagger if I can help it. So we'll keep the daggers on the right side. Keep the swords on the left. Swords. Okay, so for daggers we have life and critical strike damage, both decent. We can change them to whatever we need, obviously. Swords, we already have the primary resource and it's maxed out. That's not bad. It's also got critical strike damage, which is what we want. Yeah, we would want critical strike or vulnerable damage. To be honest, probably vulnerable damage would be better. The fact that some critical strike damage isn't horrible. Yeah, never mind. We do want vulnerable damage. Damn. Okay. Well. Do we have vulnerable? We have vulnerable damage on this one. I can swap out the life. Oh, it's got life on hit. Damn it. Alright, well that one's... It's got too many bad variables in it. It's got life on hit, damage, and vulnerable damage, which wouldn't be bad, but I'd prefer to have something a little bit more... Whatchamacallit? Same with this one. This one's a bad one. What about the daggers? We have vulnerable damage on this one, which is really good. Life on hit, we could change to something else. So between what we have and what we want to go for, it's going to come down to... Ugh. It's going to come down to this and this. Close enemies were already close, I mean, technically speaking. This one has vulnerable, it has what we want. This one has the resource, but it has on critical strike. We would want vulnerable damage instead of critical strike, which kind of defeats the purpose of having the GA on. Yeah, that point. Get vulnerable up to a decent amount, 50%. It's like if you already have the critical strike at that point. Decisions. I think I'm going to go with the dagger. Yeah. It's got what I need in terms of... Keep the sword just in case. It's 50 versus 50. Yeah, it's still critical strike damage though. I mean, it still wants you to take critical strike damage. It's just... Yeah, and the shard is just 50% damage. Base. Based. It's so stupid when people use that word incorrectly. Okay. Going to put this in the potential pile. Gonna get rid of all of you. Okay, we're going to... This is the pile that we're... Okay.
I can break that down.
So what we're gonna do is this, see if we get anything better.
That looks worn. I can fix it.
So many of these things, I swear. Just need to go through these and just start... You know what, I should probably get rid of a bunch of these to be fair. I don't think I need this many of these. Can I just destroy these? At least I'm going to destroy these. Gem. Come and delve.
You can
Yeah, we'll just get
still
rid of
use
that.
these.
Herodric. Strong room. Hidden armory. Slaughterhouse, get rid of. Herodric strong room. Gem reserve, sure. Gem reserve. Nope, get rid of that. Gold reserve, nope. Gem reserve. We have so many gem reserves at this point. Do I really need that many gem reserves? Let me do this. I know it's always fun watching me go through inventory problems. Trust me, I know. Wouldn't be a problem if the damn developers decided to not have everything as damn tokens. You know, we're just gonna get rid of like a whole slew of these. I feel like we get way too many of these. And I don't use them. Basically, what's the point? Oops.
There's
Come on.
that.
There we go. Okay. So now that we don't use those, just get rid of a bunch. Still got these ones, which I don't really want. Compasses, we've got a bunch of these. It's got a Heroic Storm Room. Ugh, whatever. Problem is, you don't have a lot of junk in here. No, I'm good. Trying to go through my inventory first before I do anything else. Not that I wouldn't mind grouping, but it's just I'm in the middle of doing my inventory right now. Where is he? Okay. Yeah. You know when you get into the zone of doing your stuff, you just want to kind of organize it, get through it. X now. All those are junk. We can get rid of those. So that's still pretty good. These are like almost identical. Ugh. Minimum maximum resource, that's bad. Yeah, I'll just toss those. One's not bad. But again, minimum maximum, almost at minimum maximum resource. One's probably the best one yet. Not as good as what I have, but still decent. Yeah, and it's a regular looking shard. Not that that matters. Who cares what it looks like? Okay. So now we've got... So now we got the ring problem. Put that with this. Got extra shard. We've got... Let's put you guys over here. Just for fun. Gonna do this. Gonna do... Hold on. I have a system. I know it looks weird, but I have a system. Okay. So we have... We have the dagger. For sure we're going to be using. We're going to completely switch that up. No. Yeah. It sucks because I didn't read Okay. Alright. Don't think so. Okay. No, we're good for now. Okay, so now we need to look at our bows. Hold on. We have crossbows, and we have normal bows. Typically we would want a normal bow for critical strike damage, but vulnerable damage is just as good. The only difference is the attack speed. Typically you would want more attack speed from the bow if you get it. Problem is, which one would be better? This one has... that one's got vulnerable dex. That one would be great. It's a little bit slower. That one would be... If it had vulnerable damage, this one would be amazing. But you know what? I think we'll actually use that, and then this will be a backup. And sadly, these just don't have what I'm looking for. I would love to use these, but I can't. Can't even fathom keeping them. Sucks. Alright. So in terms of boots. Boots. So let me double check here. I'm not a fan of... If I use Penitent on my boots, I get a little bit more critical strike against chilled enemies. Not a crap ton. They're crappy Penitent griefs. Like 4.5% is not gonna make or break me. Dealing more damage to chilled enemies helps because it's a multiplier. And I will always be chilling. Pun intended. Because screw it, we own up to our puns here. On the other side, I would get a little bit more dex and a little bit more life and movement speed and what I'll possibly maximum resistances. My issue is I keep losing toughness. And at this point, I'm like all freaking... Yeah, I'm all in on... I don't have anything else now. I'm all in on damage. And I kind of want to get rid of this because of it. Yeah, I think I need a better chest piece first of all before I even think about switching to Penitent Greaves. So in the meantime, what we'll do is this. Okay, what do we got? We got Dex and Max Life with physical resistance, not great. But Dex and Max Life are great. We could swap out the life per second for movement speed, armor. Can't get all resist because physical resist is there. These are almost perfect. And then we have another really good one. What is my armor at anyway? Oof. Armor's bad. Damn it. It's always in the wrong freaking spot. But they're better than what I currently have. Mine just have Dex, Max, Armor, Movement, Speed. If anything, I just switch them out for this, or even this. Yeah, probably this, to be fair. Okay, we'll stick with those. We'll get rid of these. Okay. Alright, rings. Here's the big one. So we have critical strike damage, attack speed, critical chance. Damage I should... Oh, I can't re-roll off damage on that one. Damn it. Critical strike damage. If we had vulnerable damage, that'd be great. Cooldown reduction, not great. Critical strike chance is okay. So these are probably my two best rings right here. What is this on? It's on critical strike damage. I can't roll off the damage, so it's like pure damage. I need resists. think not even a question at this point. I just need something better. Alright, we'll go with these two. We'll get rid of this. And then these are my backups. And then these are essentially, I might move to them once I get that done. Okay, so let's destroy all of this. Let's go back here. Alright. So now we're going to play the fun game of...
Don't dally. Hand it over.
Oh, please don't tell me this is... Oh, thank God. Okay. That would have annoyed the crap out of me. Alright, so we want... We want adaptability, first of all. ADAP. I want to say that got upgraded. 53% is pretty big. Which brings it up to 0.79. It's one and done. Okay. We want Moonrise on this one. So we'll do Moonrise. Okay. Moonrise on that. We can roll out the damage for something else. For this one, we want Cold Clip, which I think was on one of these rings. Yeah. Cold Clip. There it is. 36%, which is... See, why does this show the ring better? If I swap out Cold Clip for what, though? Energy thing right now, I don't know if I need. And Vehement Brawlers is what? What is Brawlers? It is. Okay, I can swap those out. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. Alright. So let's do that instead. Let's do Vehement Brawlers on the dagger. And then that way we can keep... Right? Dex... It's got vulnerable though. Wait, why did I switch to that? Oh, wait. What am I doing? I already had the perfect sword. Why did I... I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I just need to take out the life on kill on this one. Yeah. Almost identical vulnerable damage. It's got crit damage. I'm an idiot. Okay. Primary resource. There it is. Boom. Alright. Perfect. And then this one we need to... Hold on. Oh, where was it? So we need to take out the damage. We'll keep the critical strike damage on there, it's fine. But I need 3 energy on kill wouldn't be horrible, but resource cost reduction is also another good one. Chance to restore 20 primary resource. Oh, whoops. Where are you? Yeah, that's what we wanted. That's the max, so that's perfect. So we'll swap you out. We'll keep these just in case. Boots. Let's say resistance to all elements. Oops, that's not what I meant to hit. Let's do physical right to get resistance to all movement. What you can call it? No, we'll go with movement speed. No, it's got to be 24 24 or bust. I think, let me just make sure I can actually. Yeah, there it is. It's not that 25 or bust. There it is, 70% all resistances on a pair of boots. Which already have armor and dex and max life. Add a little bit more toughness. I kind of need the toughness right now. So, yeah. Max roll and resists. Why is it giving me max rolls like the entire time? It feels broken. Not that I want to question it giving me amazing rolls, but it feels broken. Legs would be barrier generation. I guess I could switch to, but I kind of want the armor right now. Yeah. Oh, what are we putting on our boots? Forgot what the hell we had on our boots. Okay, it was hectic. Oops. No. Hectic. Yeah. Why not? Hectic works. We've got damage reduction. I don't have anything better for cheats. Come on, cheat. Okay, well, 11% is better than 5%. So that works. Alright. So this one stays the same. What was the ring I wanted? I could swap those out for either cooldown reduction or I think I want resistances. All honesty, I think I want resistances on these things. We want brawlers on this for sure. Or was I gonna put brawlers on this one? Ooh, wait. I have brawlers, I've conceded, and I have cold clip. This already has cold clip, but this has cold clip at 38%. I want conceded. And hold on. Or I screw this up. Conceded. Yeah, we'll do conceded. I'll have a barrier up because I always have a barrier up. We want see how I feel with energy off. Energy's been kind of keeping me afloat, so we'll see how I do without it. It was this one, right? This one was Vehement and Brawler. Okay. Do Brawler. Alright, so these rings are set. So now I just need to re-roll a lucky hit. Preferably into resistances, and that's going to be a little bit rough. There's one poison resist, not what I wanted. Actually, what are my resistances at? Resistances are a lot better now that I've... Yeah, poison going up wouldn't be... Fire and shadow are obviously up because I have a shadow... This thing. There's just a chance now. 59 resists all. It's not great, but it's better than what I had. Try a couple more times. Don't want to spend too much money on this. So I don't exactly have a lot of money at the moment, but yeah, it's just gonna be it's fine. Okay. Not wasting my money at that point. Lightning resist, perfect. Critical strike chance isn't ideal, but I'll take it. Yeah, this is just pure damage at this point. Like, I don't really... It's fine. Rather something that would benefit me than wouldn't benefit me. Nope. Come on. Nope. Nope. Shadow. No. Sure. Lightning gold. Hold the physical. Physical to shadow. Shadow to lightning. I beat at this point, we might as 66. There you go. Alright. So now we've got... Now we've got our goods. Okay.
Don't ruin all
Oh,
that
where's
work.
the... Damn it. Jeweler's over here. I hate this town. Genuinely hate this town. Okay, let's add a socket to this. Alright. We're going to swap out these items. Ultimate for this. And then we're going to do... Shield the Frozen. Brings their toughness up to 30,000. Decent. Not great, but decent. Then we're going to do... unsocket you. Going to... Because we just didn't have enough gem. Would you click this stupid gem, please? Okay. That's a little bit more toughness, not a whole lot. This one is basic damage. Still working on these are dexterity gems, nothing major, clearly. I don't want that one. And I don't want... Wolf Companions we can keep, although I'm not convinced they're really doing that much damage, to be fair. But... I could always go for something a little bit more defensive. I should have... where is it? No. No. Vortex. I don't need a vortex. Dark Shroud now, we've got that. Touch chance, movement speed, unstoppable, and stealth. No. No. Crapify wouldn't be bad. Maximum life actually would be decent for what I've been doing, which is basically getting my butt kicked. To be fair, I don't have... You know what? I think I'm gonna go with a little bit extra life. This one is already this one, right? What was I using? Which crowd control? Right. $60 times. Ooh. Cast a non-channeled... Oh, core skill. No, that wouldn't work. Avoid health damage while fighting for 2 seconds. Wouldn't be horrible. Inflict crowd control. Gain double offering if it doesn't slow or chill. Currently have been 5% of your maximum resource. That'd be stupid easy to get. Has an ultimate skill, no. If anything, I would either go with avoid health damage while fighting, which might actually be better. Yeah, I'd have to get a 2 and then it'd give me a little bit more life. Alrighty. Let's try that. I think I'm good. I just need to add... He did tempering. Yeah, let me... Either going to be Heartseeker? Heartseeker or clone damage? 50% chance for clone damage, 65% chance for that, yeah. Let's try that one. 64%, I can't argue with that, to be fair. If that's already 64, if I get a boost to that, that's pretty much set for life. Do I have Shadow Clone higher than that? I do. Let's re-roll that. And 19%, that's not horrible. For being honest. Then we could do Dark Shroud damage, right? Dark Shroud is bosses? Offensive, right? Damage for combo point. Damage per Dark Shroud, there it is. Alright. I was like, right here in 22, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. Okay. 26%, that's fine. Okay, so we've got Dark Shroud. Damage per Dark Shroud Shadow. Got a bunch of that added up. It's not much, but I mean it does add up. We've got armor on the legs. We need... We could do barrier generation, but I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Might be though. Or we can do a little bit more movement speed. What's my movement speed currently? Under 19, yeah, I could use more movement speed for sure. Come on, 25. 24. Couldn't have asked for better. Alright. This one's good. This one's good. We need to look out for a chess piece. And we'll keep these as backup. Okay. These are my backups. We're going to masterwork. Sure. See what we get. It's on the all stats. You know what? We're going to reset that. I have the basic skills. I will take it. Okay. This one we would want the dex, maybe? Gain berserking for every 3 seconds. That's not bad. Like some life, honestly, I would take anything at this point for this one.
Use it well.
Let's see what we got. Like some life, there we go. Oh. Need more obdicite, right? Okay. Where's my paragon? Okay. I can go over here, get more stuff, or I can go up here. Like it'll even let me put it in there. Okay. Let's go do some, we'll go do some pits real quick, see how well we do. I know people mentioned don't do pit 100, which I'm nowhere near, but... Okay. Let's try 45. So low. See how well we do. Now that we have a little bit more toughness... Oh, I gotta redo my bow. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Did not. Okay. Damage-wise, we're there. Ow. Damage-wise, we're definitely there. Oh god. Oh. Nope. We're doing okay. Okay. Alright. We're doing okay. Oh, crap. I do like how that actually resets on zoning over. That's about the only nice thing. Oh, God. Okay, that hurt. I'm not quite there yet. Ah. Not completely convinced by this helmet. Don't get me wrong. The helmet is great for grouping up stuff, but it can also get you killed really quickly. I may end up changing out my helmet for something a little bit more practical. It kind of defeats the purpose if you have stuff that... I forget what the hell it's called, but the there's a passive that gives you... There's a passive that gives you more damage if they're farther away. And obviously, if I keep sucking them into me, I'm playing that passive. Yeah. Seems kind of counterintuitive. But I don't mind it, but it seems like pointless. Alright. There we go. We had a lovely talk with some of the developers of Darkhaven today. In the Discord. They chimed in while... Damn it. They chimed in while going over a few things. Yeah. I hate those damn things. Okay. Well, as long as you don't stand in fire, basically, I think we're good. But yeah, basically, my biggest concern with Darkhaven was, of course, they advertised it as an ARPG first. If anybody saw the trailer for it, you could easily see that it was clearly advertised as an ARPG first. It mentioned the dynamics, fighting, and whatnot, and then at the very end of the trailer, it showed you destroying terrain, which is fine. And then you get into the demo and you realize destroying the terrain is actually kind of a big deal. Building is a big deal. They want a modding community for it as well, which is also going to be a big deal. All of this was left out of the trailer, mind you. And it's like, well, this is kind of a big part of your game. At least the demo for now. You would think you'd want to lean heavily into your strengths for the game and where you want the game to go. Yeah, no, it's fine. So yeah, I was just... Oh yeah, definitely need a better helmet. And it was obvious from talking to them, and this is no offense to them or anybody else in their situation, but it's clearly they have no real business sense in terms of who they're trying to get this product out to. If you want to appeal to the people that love the RPG, you got to appeal to the people that love the RPG side of it. But then you have interviews of them going over the technical side of things, how the deconstruction works, how the modding's going to work, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, you think about it, and that's great, but it's not the audience you're going for. And I understand that some of your audience loves... Some of your audience really loves the building aspect of it. It's perfectly fine. But then you're also trying to have a... You're trying to also have an ARPG experience on top of it as well. That just... It doesn't mesh very well, in my opinion. Right now it just feels clunky. You're going for one over the other. Do I need better leg guards? Oh, I do need better leg guards. I don't have ancestral leg guards. Need ancestral uniques too. And an amulet, but you know what? Screw it, we'll go leg guards. But yeah, right now I'm not sold on the promise of it's going to be better later. I see Minecraft and I see Diablo and I see the mesh and I'm just not impressed. And we've gone through how many games now that have promised big things and they just never really delivered on them. So your expectations are already like way up here for a game that just hasn't shown you anything but its pre-alpha demo, which is fine, but you can't expect me to be on board with something that you have little to show for and just essentially a proof of concept. You're trying to sell me. I'm basically the bank because I'm supporting you on Kickstarter, right? So you essentially have to sell me your product. And if I was a bank, I wouldn't loan you the money. Just straight up, I would not loan you the money. I'd look at your product and be like, okay, what else do you have? You know? Like, this is what you're planning. How about you flesh it out a little bit more? Come back to me when you do have a little bit more, and then I'll decide if I want to give you money. Kind of thing. But as it currently stands, I would not. Doesn't mean other people shouldn't, but I just personally wouldn't. Touch this one. There we go. Alright. We go straight up. But yeah. Obviously Darkhaven is promised, but you can say the same about any number of games out there, and it's just, at this point, you know, what do you want to invest in? It's 50 by ourselves. I don't think we'll do well on a 50, but we're going to try it. But yeah, my personal 2 cents on Darkhaven. Obviously the demo's still out there. The Kickstarter has like 3 days left, I think. It's got, to be fair, a decent amount of money to go. About 150, maybe 140k left. And while it is true that a lot of Kickstarters see a surge in the beginning and toward the end, usually it's not in the amount of $100,000 toward the end that they need to make up. So I hope they reach it. I'm just being realistic in expectations here. I'm not against them making their own game. I think they were a little overzealous with not only the amount, but trying to get out a product too soon and not enough to show for their concept, or their proof of concept. Like I said, right now it just feels like 2 systems clashing against each other and they're both trying to grab your attention. You have the ARPG side, which is supposed to be fluid combat, you know, moment-to-moment action, and then you have the building side of it, which is just you have to be methodical, you have to plan things out, you have to take your time, you have to build essentially your castle, so to speak. And you can't do that in the middle of a battle. Not to mention, right now, because you can destroy terrain, you can essentially dig a giant hole and shove bosses in it, and they can't hurt you, and you can just destroy them. So that's got to be taken into account. I don't know how that'll work, or how you would even balance that. Because you don't want to take away the ability to destroy terrain, except maybe in certain areas. And at that point, there goes your gimmick Because now you're restricting people from using that gimmick. No. Then you have modders who are going to come by and say, oh, we can get rid of that gimmick for you if you want. Or we can get rid of that limitation, I'm sorry, of not being able to destroy terrain in a certain area. So, you know. I am all for modding, but you know, you're essentially going to have 150 different types of games running out there because of all the monitors. Let's see how it goes. I'll keep an eye on it, but if it stays the way it is with the building and everything, it wouldn't sell me. I would need more than just promises of being able to build a castle of my own. I'm not great on the imagination side. I don't want to build castles. I have no desire to build in the game. For the most part. If it serves like a function of some kind, sure. If it's just to make it look cool, I'll just build like 4 walls and a door. At that point. Huh? Okay, we're actually not doing that bad on the 250. I think it's just because I'm a little bit more aware of what I'm doing. Or actually it might be the enemy that I'm fighting. Oh, no you don't. I wouldn't say we're horribly fast, but we're not horribly slow. I can get my lifts up to be a decent level. There we go. Yeah. And the other issue, of course, is people are coming off of things like Ash of Creation that promised too much and didn't deliver. But, you know, people are skeptical with their money right now. You're not going to convince somebody to just all of a sudden give you all this money for a game that has little to nothing to show for it. Let's do this. Try and keep these relatively within. That's a +2, that's what I'm going for. Let's just do +2 until we can't do +2 anymore. Alright. Yeah. I do wish them well. I hope it makes enough money. Or in the case that it doesn't, I hope that they continue to work on it and then get out an early access for people to actually see what they've made in the meantime, and then go from there. Let's see, what's it currently at? It's at 360,000 out of 240. It has 5 days to go. Tomorrow will be 4 days. So, yeah. They're missing about $140,000 for their Kickstarter. So, we'll see. Try to torment. Like I said, I have nothing against the developers, but I think the issue with developers of old and even indie developers of new is they don't realize exactly what it takes to get a game together in terms of all the things that you don't see behind the scenes. It's not just programming the game. You have to think of marketing, you have to think of research, you have to think of all these things that go into it, you know, translations, public relations, various small things that when you're part of a studio and you're just a sole developer working on a project, you don't think of, because that's all done in the background while you're coding the game. So for you, it's like oh, this is amazing. I can just code whatever the hell I want. You have a team behind you that's taking care of all the stuff that you don't ever have to worry about. And then when you get out on your own as a developer, you're like, oh crap, I have to think about all these things that I never had to worry about. Like, learning to program is, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's straightforward and it's a singular task that you have to worry about, especially when you go into a studio. If you're a solo developer, you need business sense. You need to be able to market yourself. You need to be able to work on payroll. You have to divvy up funds that you're going to be getting. You know, you got to allocate time, resources. If you have a small team that you're working with, even worse, because now you have to think of them and their paychecks. How much are you paying these people to work with you? You know, it all comes down to, you know, what exactly are you trying to do with these people? Well, it's not as simple as just, I'm gonna make a game, I'm gonna get it out there. You know. And if you're a one-man team, it's even harder for you to get your name out there. And if you're a multi-person team, it's not just getting your name out there, it's also making sure that everybody's well taken care of while you're doing this. You can't exactly work for free, and you can't exactly expect people to work on the game with you for free, you know? So, again, all the little things that you don't think of when you're in a studio that does all this stuff for you. You don't have to worry about payroll. You just have to do your job. You gotta sit in your little cubicle and you gotta code. That hurt. No. Ow. Jeez. Oh god. Shit's hurt. Yeah. And it's funny listening to people player base on the other side of things where, like, you know, they don't have any idea what goes into making a good game. They think they do. Because, you know, they know what they like. Obviously, every player knows what they like. Like, oh, I like this in the game. I like that. I hate it when they do this. I hate it when they do that, you know. It's one of those things where it's like, you're never going to please the entire player base. You just try to please enough of them with the product that you have and what you're going for. But that's the same for any product. It's not just video games, obviously. Remember, the customer is always right when it comes in relation to taste. Which most people forget that part of the line. Think, oh yeah, the customer's always right. When it comes to matters of taste, they're always right. Your opinion is absolutely right. How you think things should be run or changed? No. That is up to the person selling you the product. That doesn't mean they can't take your feedback. But it does mean you're gonna be fighting an uphill battle. Alright. Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. That'll work. Alright. But yeah. Developers suck. Hopped off for the night. How we doing? No worries, Vanilla. How we're doing okay. I'm just rambling on random things. Don't mind me.
What's still got some good in it?
But yeah, we had a lengthy discussion in Discord. One particular person in Discord was battling another person in Discord after it got heated in a Reddit post. And me being my typical self, I went objective on it all. And the guy made some decent points. He basically said that from his point of view, it looked like Darkhaven was more for modders. And if they're going down that route, they should just open it up as a modders kit kind of thing. Which I get. So we can do Torment 4. Wouldn't say we can do it very well. But yeah, you look at the game now and you just see it as like a modder's haven. You can do whatever you want with this game, essentially, is basically what you're being told. And their interviews are doubling down on that aspect, because they had an interview with Chris Wilson, the former CEO of Path of Exile. So he went into like the nitty-gritty details of development and what they were doing and things like that. And they were talking about the technical stuff of it, you know, the programming behind it, which I completely get. Chris Wilson was a developer first before he, you know, became essentially the CEO of, I mean, he co-founded GGG Games, or GGG Studios, whatever you want to call it, I forget the full name of it. He co-founded it with other people, obviously. He was there on the front line coding with them, like, all the way. He had to figure out the business side of it. I don't know what his credentials are, I never really looked them up. He might have, like a degree in business, for example, which probably helped them. Assuming he did have a business degree of some kind, probably helped them establish their foothold as they were making their game. You know, because you need somebody business savvy if you're going to be making a game, especially on the level of PoE. You can't just shove a bunch of developers into a room and be like, here you go, start making a game. You can, but your success story is not going to be that great, in my opinion. Case in point, you have Last Epoch. Now, Last Epoch was made by a bunch of Redditors that learned how to code, from my understanding. And they wanted a game that was like Diablo 2 or Out of Exile or any number of ARPGs out there. Because they didn't like what was currently being offered. Understandable. And they decided to make their own game. And in all honesty, it was good, in my opinion. For what it did, it was decent. But you don't sell out a company if your company is doing well. You don't sell it to another company, essentially. There's a reason behind it, and I would guess that the reason was because they didn't know how to run a business with the lights on. So they probably sold it off because people that they sold to clearly knew how to run a business and how to keep things going. Whereas they were just fumbling around trying to figure it out, and initial sales are only going to get you so far. Unfortunately, in this day and age, you can't just bank your success off of the initial sales of your game anymore. Especially if you're going to have servers that you can have people playing on for the long run. There's maintenance costs, there's, you know, routine stuff you got to do. You got to keep everyone on board, not to mention paying all your developers that have worked on the game constantly, that are still working on the game. Where's that money coming from? Your sales money is going to run out. It's not going to last forever, and then you don't have microtransactions in the game, which, don't get me wrong, I am against microtransactions in general, but I understand from a business point of view that they are a necessary evil for either smaller games or, you know, small studios that just don't have the funds to keep the lights on beyond the initial launch of their game, even if their game's popular. You can't just expect people to, you know, keep the lights on their servers with no money coming in. So, if they had made an offline game with local co-op they wouldn't have had to worry about it. They could just continue working on the game. They wouldn't have to worry about maintenance costs. They wouldn't have to worry about server issues, any number of things that could go down. Because, I mean, managing servers is a whole other realm of crap you got to deal with as a developer. Again, going back to the whole conversation of things you don't think about when you become a developer. You know, if you were part of a team before, if you were part of a team, you had people specifically taking care of the server. You had engineers, you had software engineers doing various things with the server. You had, you know, any number of teams doing their side of things. And as soon as you lose that team, it's basically like a fish out of water. What was keeping you in that pond was everybody around you. So, it is what it is. But, yeah. I genuinely hope they do well. I have nothing but praise for what they've done so far, even if I don't currently like the iteration for the game. But we'll see how it goes. And right now, the only thing we've been promised from Darkhaven has been... I want to make sure I get this right. We've been promised, obviously, new classes, new skills. No endgame has really been mentioned as of late. Crafting is wish-washy in the works, because they have like a cube system that nobody even understands, and you have to look up how to do it. And they have plans for world events that will change your world. So, for example, they mentioned like they would have like a volcano going off, and you have to stop the volcano from erupting, which will just destroy the land that you're currently playing in, or like an ice thing might happen, and it would just completely ice over the entire land, kind of thing. Which sounds cool, but that's not endgame. That's just a world event that's going to happen in your world. It's just, you know, it's an event. It's not endgame. There's no endgame. So now you're looking at a game that just essentially is promising what you see with nothing else. And we need more, I need more concrete ideas than just that. I would much rather they would have came out with a little bit more of a fleshed out system, and then their plans moving forward. Like, what are your plans for endgame? Like, we don't even know. We know you want modding to be a heavy part of it, but you haven't even built the game yet. So, you know, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Like, make the game first, and then worry about modding, in my opinion, because as you're making... Damn it. Should have moved out of that crap. As you're making the game, you're going to have people constantly making mods for it at the same time. Skyrim, I think, is a really good example of a game that did well in the scene. Because Skyrim, obviously... I am not doing too well this time around. Skyrim had in my opinion, a really great faith game. The world was huge. There was a literal plethora of quests. There was so much to do in that game that, you know, you could have spent 100 hours in that game and still not have been done with everything in the game before you even got to modding. Before you even looked at mods. That's how much content was in that game, and it was, for all intents and purposes, amazing for what it did. Doesn't mean you have to like the game. but definitely respect what it did. And then the modding scene just opened it up even more and just blew the game up to huge proportions. Pay more attention to the crap around me. Jeez, would you stop blowing up on me? Ah, damn it. Why does everything blow up in the game now? I swear. I'll give Diablo 4 credit. I definitely feel... I mean, people joke about it sometimes. Or don't joke about it, they criticize the game for it. Of not feeling tough. I'm feeling the tough. And I'm only in Torment 4 right now. Now granted, once I get to the part where my glyphs are leveled and everything else, I'll be destroying this stuff, but... getting there, it's a little rough for me right now. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy the challenge. So, I just gotta be more careful of what I'm doing. Granted, I'm still killing decently fast. Even I'll admit that. But if I'm not being careful, I can instantly die. Oof. The problem is, of course, my fades and the cooldowns, I don't pay attention to them enough. I think I'm actually doing okay with this build. I was worried a little bit about my energy consumption. Oh god, this... whatever music I have on right now is putting me to sleep. I love the music because it's from Nier Automata, but it is putting me to sleep because it's a particular song that is just very slow and methodic. But I need to change it as soon as I can. But I'm just gonna be passed on my keyboard here in a minute. Obviously you guys can't hear it. I got quote-unquote copyright striked on my last thing. But on the bright side, because I'm not monetized, it doesn't... damn it. Because I'm not monetized, it doesn't hurt me. So, which is a good and a bad thing for me. I mean, I would love to be monetized on YouTube, obviously, but because I'm not, I can take some liberties. Yeah. So, one of those things where it's like, this is good in the early term. Not so great in the late term. But it's fine. And I made a montage of a video for No Rest for the Wicked as well, for a lot of my deaths. That was flagged as well for copyright strike for the song that I used. But, the only thing it did was make it not available in certain countries. Russia being one of them. So it's like, your video is not allowed to be played in Russia. I'm like, only Russia? Really? I looked at it and I'm like, that's interesting, I wonder why. It was O Fortuna, the song was named O Fortuna. But apparently it was copyright banned in Russia. You could listen to it in any other country, from what I saw on the notice that they sent me. Europe, America, Canada. Oh crap. But yeah, it's one of those weird things that you come across when you become when you start making content on YouTube. And I get it, you know, you can't be stealing people's music and playing it as your own. The whole point of the video wasn't to be monetized anyway. It was just for fun. But I get it. On the bright side, Bean Beast's developer came out with his soundtrack recently. And he has given me full permission to use that soundtrack whenever I want on any of my streams. I would gladly take advantage of that. It's like all of $2 to buy the soundtrack, and I will gladly support him. And it recently released on Switch as well. I actually got to play it, helped them beta test it for the Switch. I'm not a big fan of it on the Switch just because the controls are way different. For me, it's so much easier on a mouse and keyboard instead of a controller, but you know, it's cool that he made it available for the Switch. But yeah, I had a rough time on the Switch. I can't do things I want to do as quickly as I can because I'm not used to the controls. But it was fun. Great tower defense game. There's so many good tower defense games out there though. And I know he's working on another game in the meantime. He has like a kind of a demo out for it. It's like a weird under the sea kind of like build simulator thing. I don't know how else to explain it. What is this thing? Oh crap. Ow. Ow. Alright. I'm definitely not going to do that for the long term. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Try to get a little bit extra. This thing messing up constantly. There's a good song for you. Anybody listening, it's called Wolf, parentheses, Andreas X Storm Terror, excuse me, not Teller. Storm Terror Devolin Final Battle Theme Genshin Impact OST. You may not like Genshin Impact, but, and I played it for a bit. It was okay. It was actually pretty fun up until it wasn't. You know, the pay to win tactics and whatnot, the gacha gimmicks. But the soundtrack for Genshin Impact was amazing. Like, you can hate the game all you want, but that soundtrack was banging. I will give mad respect for their soundtrack. Let me see. We're boss in 14 minutes. Alright, we'll go back to 50. We can do Torment 4, but it's not ideal. So. But yeah. Anybody wants a good soundtrack to listen to, Genshin Impact is definitely one. It's really good. It's all orchestraic for the most part. No lyrics. If there are lyrics, they're kind of like those Italian opera lyrics, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they're called technically, but essentially lyrics that if you spoke English and it was your only language, you would never understand them. Like, you might be able to get it translated, but it doesn't come across the same. Like, the current song that I mentioned has lyrics in it. I couldn't tell you what the hell they are, but it makes the song amazing. Ow. But yeah. Any case, I saw there was a I don't remember the name of it, but there's like a first-person first person view ARPG that somebody was making. I'm just like, that's interesting. So essentially, you made Diablo in first person. I mean, Borderlands kind of did that. It was just, they used guns. If we're genuinely looking at the genres, Borderlands is Diablo with guns and first person mode. You have your loot, you have your storyline, you have your bosses you gotta fight, you have your never-ending loot runs that you can do, you know, toward the end. It's getting better and better gear. Like the core concept is there. I love Borderlands. I think it's, at least, I love the first two. I still gotta get through the third one. I think I have Borderlands Origins if I remember. I also loved Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep Island, I think it was. I think it was a Borderlands 2 DLC, if I remember correctly. But that one was great. The humor was just so over the crap. Holding way too much stuff. Humor was just so over the top and fun for me. But no. Alright. Figure we'll call it a night after this particular pit. There's so much crap. It's trying to explode around you, and it's just, oh my god. Constantly be running. If you're not running from swords, you're running from the explodey guys. If you're not running from the explodey guys, you're running from giant balls of fire on the ground. If you're not running from those, you know, you're running from corpses that explode on you. Like balls of death. Who knows? So many damn things. Ah. Missed it. You know. Swinging giant blades of death at those. Right there. Point in case. The thing is out to kill you in this game. Obviously. And I bring it on myself because I'm pulling literally everything into me. Cleared out this whole area. Alright. Aside from a little bit at the bottom, but I'm not worried about that. Ooh. Earn brutality. Gotten so many of those things. Alrighty. Still working. Did everybody leave because I was ranting too much? I wouldn't blame you for it. Just an old man set in his ways ranting about video games. Back in my day, we had a control with 2 buttons. Not even that, we had a control of 1 button. It was just a stick. We beat people with it when we didn't win. Oh god. Somebody beat you at Pong, them just fighting words. Galactica was a war zone at the arcade. It's like, alright, Grandpa. Take your meds. No, you gotta listen to me. It was the downfall of humanity. Video games corrupted our brains. Although it's funny that there was like a study done of video games of old, like NES, Super Nintendo area, that kind of thing, of how they challenged you to overcome things, and now video games don't do that as much. You know, there are some, obviously, you know, puzzle games and things like that that make your brain think more about the puzzles, but back then you didn't have a choice. Like, you either got good or you quit the game. With no middle option. It's one of those things. And everybody knows what I mean. You've played Super Mario Brothers, if you've played even going back to games that you know that you've beaten the crap out of more times than not, you go back to them now and it's like getting the feel for them again is difficult. I played Mega Man X the other day, or like maybe a year ago. Not the other day, a year ago. And I was like, I've beaten this game more times than I can count, because it was like the only game I had for, you know, a year. Back then you didn't get video games all the time. You got a video game at like your birthday and Christmas. That was like it. You were lucky if you got a video game like randomly in the middle of the year. Otherwise you had to save up your money, buy it yourself, you know. On a crappy allowance that, you know, paid you maybe $10 a week. Maybe $10 a month. You know. You weren't buying a lot of things. So yeah, it was one of those things. And me, I always saved my money. I never spent any of anything that I made. I saw a video game that I wanted, and usually I'd ask for it, and then like by next Christmas or by my birthday, I'd be like, oh, here's your game. Like, alright, sweet. You know. Alright, I think we're done for the night. Paired all my stuff. Our toughness is good. We can get into Torment 3, potentially 4. I think we'll start on Torment 3 to start with tomorrow. See how well we do. But yeah, go from there, and then I'll rant more about video games of old and how you people have it good. You don't know what it was like back in my day. I had to walk 15 miles to the GameStop. Through the snow, uphill, both ways. Anyway, yeah, I'm out for the night. Have a good one, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my ranting and raving. If you didn't, well, I'm not apologizing for it, so. Regardless, have a good night.